Hello, the live button. I know I hit you. Hey, okay. Hey, how's it going? It's me. It's me. Hi. Hey, it's TechCheck. How you doing? Um, okay. So I listened to some of my. I almost never do this. I think, which I think I said earlier, but I listened back to some of the stuff that I was. I, coincidentally, oh gosh, I happened to peek just then. Coincidentally, I went back to listen to basically the last Triple C, to see something in like comparison. And I thought I sounded a little quiet. Um, so when I got the new mic, which I think is still kind of adjusting to it, I guess. I think that's probably it. That and the mixer, which I don't know how well that's working out. Whatever. Um, when I got the new mic, it was like, "Hey, you're gonna need to eat this fucking mic." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Um, I am right up on this fucking mic now, because I need to eat that fucking mic, even though I feel like I'm peeking. Maybe I should just bring myself down. No, because I feel like maybe I'm too quiet. I don't know. I feel like if I bring myself down, you're not going to be able to hear me clearly. Whatever. Okay, cool. But we're going to start again. This is the other one. This is the other one that I'm doing. This one's the Tamamo one. You can see I have a total of 7 minutes of playtime. You see I got real far in it. I wonder how far back this sends us. Oh, that was fun. Yeah, there we go. Backyard of Eden, Subordination Garden.
女の話をしよう。目覚めた時から女は病理につながれていた。重い鎖はまんべんなく、つま先から頭までミイラのごとき死に化粧。自由がないと余人は哀れむ。自由はないと彼女は喜ぶ。鉄のドレスは難攻不落。城門開いたその奥にあるのは乙女か魔性の罠か。他人の秘密は蜜の味というが、さて。
I'm gonna read that one because I read it last time. We're just trying to play catch up here.
ノアの正常活動を確認しま。
Yep.
先輩。
Oh, okay, cool.
Could-
I don't want to be mean. Sakura, not Sakura. I don't really know. But I do want to get back to talk to Gil. So you just help me speed this along. I guess it's on me for not finding a good place to save after this. But I didn't know it would put me here, so. Something yep. Then we go to the docking. And then we're about to go to the PA. Wizard, yep. Who knows everything because there's a sequel, I guess? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to think about. I think this is a sequel of some sort. There are some things that, like, hint at it. Who are you? You are head of the infirmary, Sakura Mato. No relation to Shinji Mato. Yeah. You just so happen to take the last name of somebody else. One of the other participants. And it just so happened to be Shinji. I like her. What's going on with her shoes? Is it just like big socks with slippers? What's up with that? I am sorry, Sakura. I simply must look at your shoes. I'm wearing like loafers. What are you wearing? Yeah, so an overwrite so that I don't have to walk through it again. New school, which is exciting. What's in here? What's up? Yo, what the hell is this? I was in charge of the arena maintenance, and now I'm suddenly in charge of watering plants? Fuck. I don't know who did this, but as soon as I get back to Moonsil's gonna hear about this. Sure, man. Quite a few favors posted on the bulletin board with the text is so corrupt that it's unreadable. So if I remember right, this is where the chapel would be, but that's not where that is. Hey, the library's here. This is the library. If I find anything I want to investigate, it would be a good idea to come here. They said this is in the style of like old Japanese schools, right? Yep. Commissary guy's in here. And our room is here. Just a second here. Can I get this? Gil, you in here? Don't instantly kill me again. Enter the room, find myself in a dark red space, wooden desks, 2030. Luxury getting cinema because waiting for me. He's a man who just blew all the nostalgia away without a trace. Yep, there he is. Hey, Gil.
ひどい顔だ。冥界の悪鬼にでも出くわしたか。はたまた裁定を待つ罪人か。
The mic is also very directional. Like if I go
悪
off
趣味な
away,
夢
oh
に
shit.
浸っていた結果か。
So this
どうだ、
Hmm.
その萎えた
So
魂
this
に
is the result of having
俺
a
の
sick
名を
dream.
口にする気骨は残っているか。
Does your withered soul have enough grit to speak my name? Hey, Gil. How's the armor treating you? You're not gonna like instantly kill me if you find out that I had a previous. Well, that doesn't make sense. The echo of his cold voice sent shivers up my spine. It wasn't a dream after all. His name was Gilgamesh in the sky. I made a contract with Sarah that I didn't really know, but are you really
これはいいなこと。
peculiar thing?
暗くに付き合い、戦これをサーバントと呼ばずなんという。俺は貴様の思想、貴様の価値観に毛ほどの興味、貴様にとっては俺は頼り立てまつるもの。ま、安心するがいい。この月の裏側にいるうちは、貴様のサーバントとして力を。
Reeling back from my shrinking self as I'm not serving again. I no longer have any doubt that he's my servant, but it does really deserve to be trusted. Ah, shit, I don't remember what I chose last time. Alright, I don't want to make a dumb mistake twice. Give me 1 second. Hopefully I remember to mute the video. So how's your guys' week been? It's been somewhat interesting on my end. There's a very specific reason why I'm doing this at this time, but that's what I just reading. Yeah, for I guess the same reason that I had to, for the same original reason I was originally streaming at this time, this later time. The same thing has come up basically. That's what that was. Interesting. I had a feeling that's what that was. Okay, yeah. Anyway. How are we going to mention hitting Miguel? Master.
ほう、いい目をするではないか。王に不信の眼差しを向けたのだ。い
Sarah's watching this passion. It's all taken very good. Hey, oh shit. Damn, I just closed it. Alright, wait, hold on. I'm gonna do this the easier way. The return of our old friend. I just can't bring myself to trust you. If I stay silent, I'm dead. Protesting will get me killed too. I'm at a total loss here. Fine. I'm gonna die either way, but at least give him a piece of my mind. Here we go. I fire myself up from head to toe, force my quivering throat down, and glare at the arrogant servant before me. 1, 2, 3. I can't trust some guy I don't know.
ほう。
And he tumbled disgracefully, and with just a few words, my throat goes bone dry. At any rate, I gave him what for.
急祖猫を噛むというのは、お前の国のことわざだったな。 窮地に陥ればネズミでさえ敵に挑むか。
In the cornered rat will bite the cat. It's a proverb in your country, right? When backed into a corner, even a rat will
良い
fight.
ぞ。その目を許そう。最低限ではあるが、俺のマスターとしての資格はあるようだ。
Very well. I will forgive the look you gave me, though only barely. You seem to possess the requirements to be my master.
何しろ、俺が何者であるかも知らず、3つの礼儀を捧げたアホだからな。やることなすこと、万事において滑稽だろうさ。
I like your golden padlock earrings. In any case, you are the fool who used 3 command seals while I was unknown to you. Anything you do will be comical. It's frustrating, but I can't say anything back. When those red eyes fix on me, I feel fear before I feel any animosity towards him. Needless to say, something about it is terrifying. Servant's a demon. Once he decides someone is unneeded, even his own master, he'll slay them.
とはいえ、貴様の気持ちをくまんでもない。無知には呆れるばかりだが、貴様も訳ありのようだ。
Still, it's not as if I don't sympathize with you. Your ignorance astounds me. But you seem to have a reason.
よし。俺が何者であるか、好きに詮索する自由を許す。
Very well. I shall permit you the freedom of inquiring into who I
時間を
am.
見つけ、それなりに探るがよい。神明が分かっているのだ。俺の神話を知るのはたやすかろう。
Find time and investigate in your own way. You know my true name. Learning my legend should be simple. The servant walks briskly towards the classroom door. What's this thing? What's going on?
わからぬか。己が無知を認め改めようとする国旗心をもって、今の冒涜は進言として聞き届ける。と言ったのだ。
You don't see. I accepted that you're ignorant, and out of respect for you not suppressing your desires, I took your blasphemy now as counsel.
そら何をしている。俺を連れて探索を始めるのだろう。
What are you doing? Won't you take me along to begin your
今
exploration?
貴様は状況を知らねば決断できないと進言したのだ。ここに留まっている理由はあるまい。
Just now you counseled, we can't make a decision without knowing what's going on. There's no reason to stay here. That's not my imagination. This golden servant with Gilgamesh has a smile on his face, and he's waiting for me to act. In our exchanges now, he found something of interest? Maybe? Unexpectedly, I almost experienced death. I'm delighted to have somehow narrowly escaped it. But the situation is yet to progress. I said I wanted to know more about who Gilgamesh was, though.
たわけ。今の貴様に俺から語ることはない。まずは己の証を立てることから始めよう。俺の話はその後だ。
Moron. Fool. I'll say nothing to you as you are now. First, start by proving yourself. Then, we can speak of me.
とは言っても、貴様にそこまでの見どころがあるかは望み薄だがな。ボンプはボンプらしく、忙しく立ち回るがよい。
So I say, but your prospects of getting that far are dim. Ordinary people should busily scurry around like ordinary people do. Okay. Bye? He just left without his master and started roaming around on his own? Get the fuck back here. Well, maybe I shouldn't be mouthing off like that.
勝手に出歩かれると困る。聖杯戦争のセオリーを守れ。とにかく姿だけは消してくれ。
It's problematic for me to walk as I please. I'll have to follow the Holy Grail War theory. At least don't show myself.
そういえば、そんな取り決めだったな。しかし、記憶を失っていながら、 よくもそんなことだけは覚えているものだ。
Now that you mention it, that is the arrangement. However, despite your amnesia, how dare you remember that one thing only?
呆れたぞ。まさかたった1分で俺の予想を覆すとは。律儀で強量な男だな、貴様は。
I'm amazed to think that my expectations of you would flip in but a minute. How upright and petty a man you are, sir. Okay, bye. I quickly ran after my servant. At least don't materialize yourself, I plead. No. I counsel. Gilgamesh, though fed up, immediately accepts my request. Undoing his materialization, he switches to his spirit astral form. For now, I can walk around. For now, I can walk, that's weird, around the school building in peace. Oh yeah, I was told to head to the student council room on the second floor after meeting Gilgamesh. But could it be that just now he was impressed with me? That's nice. Hey, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, this is the one I was looking for. It's the Tsukimahara badge. Hey, costume golden arm. No skills, no Nova Phantasm. They seem to have nerfed his stats significantly. Men's fingers? Gym clothes? Can I change my outfit? Classic boys uniform. Whatever. Let's just. I want to take a look around like that for at the same time. You're a master, right? I'm just a regular NPC. So if I can get in the club, buddy. I found myself in the school building. According to the AI from the infirmary, Sakura, I almost got deleted, but I escaped it and made it all the way here. Far side of the moon, imaginary number spaces. They have nothing to do with me. I'm just an NPC that's just heading home. Despite all this, that won't change. I can go home whenever I want, but Sunset's glow was so nice. And the Holy Grail of War. In the near side of the moon, you never see this. I think I'll stay a little longer. Glad that you found something you want to see, bud. Please don't talk to me. I'm an advanced AI in charge of cleaning. On a different level than you. Damn. If you south of the school building, masters, and that's Sakura Mata who rescued you people. For a long time now, I've been advising the moon cell that we shouldn't invite humans. I predicted this kind of bug would occur. The perfection that is the moon cell can't generate errors. Any fault always lies with you humans. Thus, I will not cooperate with you people. I was for a swift revolution from the moon cell. And all delete. You don't sound like you're gonna play nice. This school building's a lot bigger. You're all humans, the surviving masters. Hey, you're pretty lucky. Good for you. Welcome to the worst hell imaginable. This is the retro old school building, a prison with no fun whatsoever. You must already know by now, being a master here means nothing. You and I are both prisoners. I'm a normal NPC. Katawa. Nice to meet you. I was attacked by the black noise, ran around, and ended up here. Well, I'll let the management NPC sweat the small stuff. We shouldn't hang out, you know. Oh, we should just hang out, you know. How are you guys doing? This is the far side of the moon. We're trapped here. It's only a minus for humans. You. For us, it's a plus. After all, the moon cell has no control here. Masters and NPCs both have the same worth now. This just gave me a big chance to get closer to President Leo. Cool, if you say so. This girl has her eyes on Leo. I warned her that she doesn't know what she's getting into, but she has a stubborn mentality. I was paired with this girl in the Holy Grail War, but who could have guessed that she was the type to prioritize love so much? It's nice in its own way. Restroom. Inside it splits off in the men's and women's sides. Is this the... It doesn't seem like any of these things right. There must be no side of it. And I'm supposed to look for the student council room? Is it? Oh, it's right there. Blind. Oh. Interesting. Hey, Leo. Fellas. Student council room differs from the other classrooms. With its lush carpeting, it gives off the feeling of a real conference room. In this greatly anachronistic wooden space was a boy in a black uniform, a young man dressed in a coat, and a young man donned in white armor. The boy in the black uniform is Leo. His uniform color may be different, but there's no way I could forget he's my classmate. However, the other two I haven't met. Yet also, I think I have? The foggy memory must mean that I was their acquaintance during the Holy Grail War.
あ、来た来た。はい、それじゃあ二人ともせーの。おはようございます。
Oh, you're extremely spirited. Interesting. There he is. All right, you two, get together now. 1, 2. Good morning. Yeah, his accomplices there aren't really the well-wishing type. Huh?
もう二人とも打ち合わせ通りやってください。
Come on, you two. Look at me
朝
here.
の挨拶は元気よく快活に。やや脳の作りを疑われるほどバカっぽいほど学生らしいと言ったでしょ。
I thought I told you to give a cheerful, lively morning greeting. So much like a student that you feel dumb enough to doubt your own brain. Oh, okay, well,
もう一度行きますからね。
purposefully out of character.
せーの。おはようございます。
Let's take it from the top. 1, 2. Good morning, Kishinami.
Good morning.
Well, you heard him. He said it in English. Good morning.
おはようございます。
Morning. He's having fun. Leo silently smiles, coercing me for something. Do I also have to give that embarrassing greeting? Did you eat something bad? You know what? No. Good morning.
はい、大変結構でした。善と明るい学生にふさわしいテンションです。
Good. That was very nice. A fitting tension for a student with a bright future.
やっぱり僕の見込んだ通りの友人でした。バンカラに言うとマブですね。
You are talking all sorts of weird shit, Leo. Yep. Kishinami, you're the friend I knew you were after all. You're totes Mabu.
ユリウス、つかぬことをお尋ねしますが、マブとは
Julius, a tangential question. What is Mabu?
深い親愛を表す日本の専門用語だが、男と女につける場合で意味が異なる。まったく、どこでそんな言葉を。
It's Japanese jargon representing deep affection, but its meaning depends on gender. Really? Where did he... What did this just turn into? Leo and these two young men are playing out an entire skit. This classmate that I know, Leo, never had such a friendly disposition, I'm pretty sure.
その様子からすると僕のことを覚えているようですね。
From the looks of it, it appears that you remember who I am.
悪ふざけはここまでに。ご安心を。僕はあなたの知っている通りの冷静沈着なレオですから。
Let's end our little bant at that. We're not Hakuno. I can assure you I'm the calm, collected Leo you
で
remember.
も残念です。忘れているようならこれを機にキャラ替えをしたかったのですが。
That's what a shame. If you had forgotten me, this would have been a great chance for me to change my persona. Should I point out the fact how different he sounds from the old Leo when he does say that? The Leo I know is like all duty bound and shit. Like this
では
guy.
改めお待ちしていました。
Oh, he was also pretty carefree too. Let me start over. I've been waiting for you, Hakuno
はじめ
Kishinami.
まして。僕はレオナルド・ビスタリオ・ハーウェイ。
Pleasure to meet you. I am Leonardo Bisario.
今さら自己紹介もどうかと思いますが、この校舎で顔を合わせるのは初めてですから。
You may think it odd to have introductions at this point. This is the first time we've met in this school
兄さ
building.
ん、ガウェイン。あなたたちも自己紹介を。
Brother, Wayne, introduce yourselves as well.
ユリウスだ。今はレオのサポートに徹している。
I'm Julius. Some say Julius. Right now I'm committed to supporting Leo.
サーバントガウェインです。その我が主は現在年相応の無邪気さを発散しています。
Servant, Gawain. My lord is currently accepting an innocence befitting his
です
age.
ので多少のわがままは多めに見ていただきますよう皆さんの寛容さを切実に期待します。
Thus, please excuse his slight selfishness. I sincerely hope that everyone will be tolerant. The person who calls himself Julius, judging by Leo's manner of speech, seems to be Leo's older brother. They don't look alike at all, but maybe they're just brothers. Julius seems to be a master, but I don't see a servant anywhere. I don't feel the presence of a servant nearby, nor the typical pressure from a master from Julius himself. Even if Julius' servant were to have the total disappearance skill, Julius himself wouldn't be able to hide his status. For some reason, he's a master who's lost a servant. Probably for the best. On the other hand, it's apparent that Gawain is Leo's servant. His class is Saber. Of the servants summoned to this Holy Grail War, he's at the top of the ranks. For some reason, that one thing I can recall exactly. Hey, Sakura.
失礼します。校内の全スキャン完了しました。校舎にはもう未発見のマスターはいないようです。
Excuse me, I've completed the full scan of the school building. There appears to be no more undiscovered masters. Go from the infirmary. Sakura enters the room. Leo nods, saying all right, and turns back to me. Now that's the Leo B. Harway I remember. The strongest master, accompanied by the strongest servant. There's no erasing that fact, whether I remember the Holy Grail War or not.
状況から見て、彼女たちもどこかにいると思ったのですが、いないのでは諦めましょう。
Given the situation, I figured the girls would be here somewhere, but if they're not, then leave it
あ
be.
なたに来てもらったのは他でもありません。この旧校舎。
Okino Kishinami. It just occurred to me that one NPC said that the moon cell can't influence this area. Which is interesting, because that's the thing that was influencing the whole Holy Grail War. Does that mean we don't have to do that anymore? Anyway, how'd you come down here for a reason? From this old school building.
月の裏側からの脱出作戦に参加していただけないでしょうか。
No. Would you join us in our plan to escape from the far side of the moon? Plan to escape from the far side of the moon? Wait a sec, I can't with all these new developments. What happened at the school building spawned by the black noise? Why do I have missing memories? Where are we? If I can get at least these 3 points cleared up, then I can't make a decision.
おや、さくらから説明は受けていないのですね。では僕の口から説明をしても。
Oh, you didn't receive any explanation from Sakura. See. Would it be fine if I explained then?
はい、お願いします。憶測ばかりなので AI である私には説明することができなくて。
Yes, please do. I can only speculate on all this, so an AI such as myself can't really provide any explanations.
そうでした。AI は事実として判定された情報しかマスターに伝えられない。ムーンセルのかけた制限ですね。
Of course, an AI can only provide masters with information they've deemed to be true. A restriction from the moon cell, yes?
では、質問をどうぞ。
Alright then, Hokinu. Please ask your questions. Yeah, I have missing time. Let's put that. And my lost memory. Like, you have to go why I have lost my memory.
それはお前だけの話ではない。レオも校舎にいる他のマスターたちも同じだ。
I'm not really one to talk, but it sounds like your mic is like super muffled or something. Like there's a lot of noise in it. It's not just you. Leo and the rest of the masters in this building suffered the same.
はい。僕たちは全員、聖杯戦争中の記憶を失っています。
Doing again, otherwise. Yes, all of us have lost the memories of the Holy Grail
覚えて
War.
いるのは自分のサーバントと戦いの中で知り合った人々のデータだ
I only remember my servant and the data of those I fought in
け。
battle.
例えば僕の場合、まだ負けていないことは断言できますが、何回戦まで進んでいたのかはよく思い出せない。
I, for example, can affirm that I hadn't lost yet, but I don't know how many rounds I got
ま
through.
た、自分でもどうかと思うぐらい関心があるのですが、その関心を持った理由を忘れています。
Also, I have an admittedly concerning interest in you, hope you know, but I've forgotten the reason for that interest. I'm flattered, but I feel like I'm spoken for already.
お恥ずかしい話ですが、私も同様です。おそらくあなたのサーバントもそうでしょう。
I'm embarrassed to say the same applies to me. Likely for your servant as
マス
well.
ターであるレオとの出来事は覚えていますが、それ以外のことは明確に思い出せない。
Maybe I've just been listening to too clean audio recently. Whatever. I recall all that I've done with my master Leo, but I cannot clearly recall anything else.
はい。マスターの皆さんは予選を突破した直後の1回戦序盤の精神記憶状態に戻ってしまったんです。
Yes, right after passing the preliminaries, the master's mental states and memories reverted to that of the first
それ
round.
に加えて長い昏睡状態だったから
And because Kishinami was in such a long coma, I had a worse case of memory loss, worse than Leo and the others. So basically, I can't recall any sequence of events from the Holy Grail War or my background as a mage/wizard. It was obvious, but the truth of it still sent a chill down my spine. Fear that I had lost my memories has died down, but nevertheless, not being able to recall who I used to be leaves me terribly uncomfortable.
兄さん、何か意見でも？
Brother, do you have some comment for Hakune?
いや、特にはない。俺も記憶を思い起こしていたところだ。
Nothing really. Oh, that's odd. Nothing really. I was also trying to remember
そ
something.
ういえば、この男はどんな窮地でもこんな態度だったなと。随分昔の出来事のようだ。
What did you ask? This man always acted like this in any pinch. Seems like something happened long ago.
とにかく僕らが記憶を失ったこととこの旧校舎にいることは関係があるはずです。
In any case, there must be a connection between our lost memories and being in this old school
不自
building.
然に消えた記憶は不自然な状況を解析すれば戻るのが道理でしょう。
Logically, our abnormally lost memories should return to us if we analyze this abnormal situation.
では質問をどうぞ。
Okay. What about that school swallowed by darkness? Ask about this. Yeah. Here's the scene I just saw Leo in. Leo, Shinji, and I were classmates. He explained that how, after a certain announcement, the people inside the school building were swallowed by darkness and disappeared.
学校でクラスメート同士だった。それは予選の延長ですね。おかしいな。僕とは違う。
We were classmates at school. That must be the extended preliminaries. Strange. It was different for
う
me.
ろ覚えではありますが、僕の場合は聖杯戦争の途中で黒いスライムに襲われ、気がついたらここにいました。
Shout out to Black Slime being just Udoi slime, which is just whatever. I don't faintly remember, but I was attacked during the Holy Grail War by Black Slime. When I came to, I found myself
おそ
here.
らく僕は校舎が襲われる前に予選を突破して、あなたのいた校舎から抜け出したのでしょう。
Probably before the school was attacked, I made it through the preliminaries and broke out of the school you were in,
さく
Hakune.
ら、予選のシステムについて僕の口から説明してもいいですか？
Sakura, may I explain the preliminary system?
問題ないと思います。もうここはシステムの外ですし、予選を突破していますから。
There should be no issue, I think. We're outside of the system here, and Kishinami has made it through the preliminaries.
では遠慮なく。聖杯戦争には予選と本戦がありました。
Then I will. The Holy Grail War had a preliminary and final
地上から月
selection.
にアクセスしたウィザードはまず記憶を奪われ、偽りのパーソナルを与えられます。
Wizards who accessed the moon from Earth first had their memories taken from them and were given the false personalities.
何の変哲もない西暦2000年頃の学生。それが僕らに与えられたロールでした。
An ordinary student from the year 2000. That's the role we were given. Do you remember? Yeah. The feeling of suddenly being abandoned by the world was due to me believing that the role the moon cell imposed on me was my current occupation.
その役割に違和感を覚え、本来の自分を取り戻したウィザードだけがマスターとしてサーバントを獲得します。
Only wizards who regained their true self after sensing discomfort in that role became masters that acquired
サー
servants.
バントと契約している以上、予選は突破していなければおかしい。
It would be strange if you didn't pass the preliminaries since you're contracted to a
ですから
servant.
僕と同じように本戦であの黒いアンノウンに襲われたはずです。その記憶はないんですか？
That's why I would have expected you to have been attacked during the final selection, just like me. Do you not remember? No. I only remember the day of the preliminaries, that abyssal darkness, and my servant who kept calling out to me.
いいでしょうか、レオさん。
May I?
レオさんはこちらに落ちてからすぐに目覚めましたけど、ずっと眠っていたから。
After Leo fell here, he awoke immediately. Since Hakina was asleep for so
昏
long,
睡状態の時、レオさんの言う黒いアンノウンにずっと魂を囚われていたことになります。
it means that while you were comatose, what Leo calls the Black Unknown, you've been holding your soul captive for a long
で
time.
すから、長い悪夢に侵されているうちに、本戦での記憶を完全に消された、逃れてしまったのではないでしょうか。
That's why you were afflicted by that long nightmare. Your memories of the final selection were erased. Smile at
彼が語
perhaps?
った予選は本当の予選ではなく、以前あった現実と夢が混ざり合った捏造された予選の可能性が高いです。
The preliminaries you spoke of are a mix of dreams and a reality that once was. Likely those preliminaries were fabricated. Fabricated preliminaries? Then that Shinji and Leo were both just dreams? No, since each character's default configuration personality was reproduced from my past memories, then was just the final sight of the school building being swallowed a dream. Even so, there was that fall at the end. The chill of that empty darkness was definitely no dream.
きっとそれが原因です。あなたは聖杯戦争中に怪物に捕まって今まで閉じ込められていた。
That has to be it, Kishinami. You were captured by a monster during the Holy Grail War and were imprisoned until now. Personally speaking, I don't know how that makes sense, but
夢
whatever.
の中で見た黒い空間は、そのあなたを飲み込んだ怪物の体内みたいなものです。
That black space that you saw in your dream was the inside of the monster that swallowed you. Something like that. Inside of a monster? Endlessly stretching space devoid of amusements? This is the electronic ocean. Maybe that's what it's been like to be taken in as data by another being. It's sounding increasingly repulsive. We were caught by a monster possessing that kind of darkness.
では、質問をどうぞ。
Okay, where are we? Is this weird? I don't recognize this place. Is this like a part of Seraph or like what?
セラフではありますが、かつて僕たちがいた領域ではありません。ここは月の裏側、聖杯戦争の外です。
It's part of the Seraph, but it's not where we were full. This is the far side of the moon, place outside of the Holy Grail
セ
War.
ラフはムーンセルが聖杯戦争を進めるために構築した仮想空間でした。
Seraph is a virtually created virtual reality constructed by the moon cell to advance the Holy Grail
で
War.
すがここはムーンセルの目が届かないいわば法の死角です
However, the moon cell can't see us here. We're in a blind spot of the law, so to
ガ
speak.
ウェイン例のものを
Gawain, bring it up.
どうぞレオ
Here, Leo.
こんなこともあろうかとワクテカ図面を用意しておきました
Thinking this might happen, I prepared my Vectech diagram.
レオワクテカというのは精神状態を表すスラングであって図面の用語では
Leo. Vectech is slang that expresses one's mental state, not diagram terminology.
ワクテカ図面です兄さん
It's a Vectech diagram, brother.
兄さんだってここの表記はプロポーショナル体よりゴシック体の方がクールだとか盛り上がってたじゃないですか
You're the one who got riled up, saying that a Gothic font for this diagram would look cooler than a proportional font here, no?
あれは分かりやすさの追求だブリーフィングでは時にスタイリッシュなものが好まれる
I was looking to make it easier to read. I like the occasional style in briefings.
なるほど僕が言うのもなんですが兄さんが指揮していたチームは14ばかりだったんですね
I see. I hate to say this, but weren't the teams you commanded over just 14-year-old students in that school?
話を戻しましょうこの図解にあるように現在僕らは月の裏側にいます
Let's get back on topic. As shown in the diagram, we're currently in the far side of the
聖
moon.
杯戦争は月の表側で行われているものですつまり
The Holy Grail War happens over in the near side of the moon. Basically, we fell from the near side to the far side. Actually, that unknown black noise dropped us over to the far side.
そう考えるのが自然でしょうさくら説明を
He sure is getting a lot of other people to talk about his shit. That's naturally how to think of it. Sakura, please explain.
はい
Okay.
ですねここはムーンセルの裏側本来ならムーンセルが使用しないと封印した情報倉庫なんです
So this is the far side of the moon cell. Originally, this was sealed information. This was a sealed information warehouse, not to be
ムーン
used.
セルは光を記憶媒体にした物質に頼らない記録装置ですがここはその光が入り乱れた高次元
The moon cell is a recorder that uses light to store and doesn't rely on matter. But this is a high dimension where that light is
惑
jumbled.
星情報や虚数すらソースとして成立する世界の外です
Malignant information and even imaginary numbers materialize as sources here. This is a place outside of the world, in space. Imaginary numbers. If I remember right, so like, okay. Rin brought it up very briefly in Stay Night, I think during the UEW route, when they were talking about their magical capabilities, and she said she was able to master all the 6 elements. Or maybe she only said the 5. And then the 6th element was the imaginary element. And I remember vaguely in some interview maybe that Sakura was like a master of this 6th imaginary element, or the imaginary number space. So, a lot of Sakura stuff going around.
ムセル中枢が光を閉じ込めている式典の檻ならここは虚数でできた打点の庭
The moon cell's core is a light-trapping cage of the faithful, and this is a garden of the fallen, made by imaginary
生を持つ
numbers.
生命は決して入ってはいけない絶対禁断領域です私たち上級 AI も裏側には入れませんでした
An absolutely forbidden area where intelligent life must never ever enter. Even as advanced AI are unable to enter the far side.
まあもう僕たちが入っちゃってるんで絶対も禁断もありませんけどね
Since we're here now, it's not very absolute or forbidden, is it? Well, let's add a cheerful ha 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 ha. Next time, Gawain and Julius wear grim expressions. However, seeing that they're deliberately not complaining means they've embraced Leo's sudden change in attitude. This is just my guess, but maybe Leo, now freed from his status, wants to live this kind of life as a student. Maybe he always did.
とにかくそんな危険な領域で僕たちは目を覚ました。
At any rate, we've awoken in a dangerous area.
私たち NPC も同様です。本船でマスターの皆さんと一緒に飲み込まれ、生き残ったものが後者に残されています。
The same happened to us NPCs. We were consumed along with the masters in the final selection. Those who survived are left.
Far side of the moon. This is the first time I've heard of such a place. But certainly, the Holy Grail War is a journey from the surface of the moon to its center. Since the moon is circular, it wouldn't be strange for another stage to be behind the core. The question is probably whether we can leave here or not.
そうですね。この急行車は安全のようですが、それもいつまで安全なのか保証はない。
True, this old school building appears safe, but there's no proof as to how long that'll last.
校舎の外はあの暗い海です。僕たちでは触れた瞬間に消滅するでしょう。
And tomorrow, outside the school building is a black ocean. Probably disintegrate the moment we touch it.
これで状況は理解できましたね。さて、そこで僕からの質問です。
So now you understand the situation. I guess. Well then, it's time for my
月
questions.
の裏側、失われた記憶、謎の急行車、出口のない世界、取り残された我々。
Far side of the moon, lost memories, the mystery of the old school building, an exitless world. For those of us that are
この
left,
状況で僕らがするべきことは何でしょうか。
in these circumstances, what should we do? Oop, shit. See now I'm all nervous, and I'm gonna be throwing up. Where is it? I'm gonna be throwing up one of these at every time I get presented with an option because I don't want to die for saying what I want to say. If there's no exit, maybe we just stay here. I don't know. What if we escape and return to the Holy Grail War? It's obvious. No matter what circumstance we're in, we have to get back to the Holy Grail War. We really don't, buddy. I've yet to recover anything. The memories of who I am, how I joined this battle, the ideals that I have for obtaining the Holy Grail. I'm still empty.
だろうな。聖杯戦争では敵同士であっても、この状況では手を組まざるを得ない。
Regardless of if we were enemies during the Holy Grail War, we have to help each other
お
now.
前はそういう男だ。
That's the kind of man you are.
そうですね。それが一番正しい目的です。
I agree. That's the best goal.
期待以上の返答です。これで共同戦線の開始ですね。
An answer above my expectations. This begins our united front.
聖杯戦争に復帰するまで、いえ、月の裏側から脱出するまで、僕たちは仲間です。
Until we
で
return
は改めて、
until we return to the Holy Grail War. No. Until we escape on the far side of the moon. We have rules.
では改めて、レオビー・ハーウェイの名のもとに、つくみ原生徒会の発足を宣言します。
Now, in the name of Leo B. Harway, I declare here, founding of the Tsukimihara Academy Student Council. His declaration was filled with strong determination. I'm not sure about the name, but under this commander, we can overcome any hardship. He's enough to inspire hope of such.
しかし、まず第一の問題があります。これをクリアできなければ、脱出プランを練ることすら不可能でしょう。
However, we have a first issue. If we don't clear it, we won't be even able to work out an escape plan.
誠に言いづらいのですが。 人数が足りないのです。
It's a very difficult to say this, but we could use a few more people. What?
会長の僕、秘書の兄さん、ジーヤのガウェイン、そしてショムしかいないではありませんか。
We only have me, the president, my brother, the secretary, Wayne, the old manservant. Talking of general
僕
affairs.
が夢見た生徒会とは呼べない。いや、呼んでいいはずがない。
I can't call this the student council I've always dreamed of. No, I don't think
生徒
so.
会というのはもっと華やかで、青春の匂いで満ちていて、トラブルが多発するものなのです。
Student councils are far more brilliant, rather than a remnant of youth, constantly causing trouble.
その通りです、我が君。どのような品種であれ、花が増えるのは良いことかと。
Quite so, my lord. I was thinking that adding more flowers could look nice, whatever the kind.
そういうことですので、生徒会メンバーを見繕ってきてください。少なくとも副会長と書記の2人は必須です。
This being the case, please scout some more members. At the very least, I would say a vice president and a secretary are required. Let's go back up. You're just gonna let your brother out to dry like that? You already listed him as the
当社
secretary.
には僕たちと同じ境遇のマスターが何人かいますから、有能そうな人を片っ端からスカウトしてきてください。
Some masters are in the same boat as us, are in the building, so please scout top to bottom for talented people. Talk ends there. Leo's first order is to recruit. He says that I need help to help launch the student council by finding other members of the school building, then persuading them to join. Is this really a good idea, Leo? Do you want to join? I'll be assisting everyone from here on out, specifically as an OS that executes and supports President Leo's operations. Currently, I'm using Fruit to also serve as the main CPU that makes up the old school building. Thus, regretfully, I have the infirmary closed.
バッチリです。
In case of an emergency, I'll open up the infirmary right back up if anybody needs it, so please don't worry. Working herself triple duty. Hey, how's it going, man? What's going on with Leo, do you know? I shall introduce myself once more. I am my king, Leo's servant. My name is Gawain.
実に喜ばしい。
We clashed in the Holy Grail War, but this is the far side of the moon. Same aim, must be as passing good comrades. Right. Yep.
まったく。
You may think Leo is an imposter, but that there, without a doubt, is the real thing. Just me on this. I guess I'll go look for other people now. I don't get stuck with general affairs. Alright. Anybody out and around? Just wash my face real quick. You know, I didn't actually give the school like a nice proper once over. Faculty's locked. Hey, you with the funny hair. Listen to me carefully. Once I'm gonna become the mimicry chief, the next I'm in the far side of the moon. You must have no idea what I'm on about. Me neither. I'm just an NPC after all. Leave the hard stuff with the advanced AI. Hey, are you a master? A human? So the other humans still out alive? Oh, okay. It's not my place to say this, but give it your best. Got some tough times ahead. This is kind of spoilers for the last game, but I'm an NPC too. I'm just alive. Surrounding masters join student council 04. Oh, hey. This doesn't look like a classroom, but it does seem accessible. Since it's not locked, I'll go ahead and since I'm already looking around. Oh.
1970年に新規学のね崩れ、オーバーカウント1999が発生。オイルショックみたいなもんすかね。
In the year 1970 was the 1999 overcut incident, which causes occultism to have a price collapse. Like the oil crisis, I
これで
guess.
魔術師は軒並み近代化することになったか。ま、僕には関係ない話ですけど。
Is that to each and every mage modernizing it? Got nothing to do with me.
それにしても、この快適さはどうだ。校舎のデッドスペースを利用して、衣食住すべてタダときた。
In any case, take a look at this comfort. By using the school's dead space to get all my necessities for free.
どんな状況でも引きこもれるスキルこそ最強。ジナコさんはもうここから出ないっすよ。
Okay. In all of the circumstances, the strongest skills in being able to stay shut in. You're not leaving. Someone was in the janitor's closet. Wrapped up in a futon like a snail, this girl, indulging herself in idleness, laziness, and flab is... Junako Kirigiri. She's the slob of a woman that occupied the equipment storage in the previous school building.
なんか風通しが良くなったよな。なんかすごい一体感を感じるっす。増えてきてる。確実に着実にジナコさんの方に。
I don't understand how anybody could ever use four monitors like that. I hardly know what to do with two. Let's go draft here. I have another strong sense of togetherness. Growing, surely, steadily
中途
towards
半
me.
端にし。とにかくとことん引きこもってやろうじゃん。そんな覚悟で振り返る。と。
That's the half-assed. Anyway, I'm gonna stay shut in until the very end. It's not to do so. So I turn around and...
なんすかあんた、人のサンクチュアリに土足で踏み込むとか訴えるっすよ。
Yeah, who the hell are you? I'll break into someone's sanctuary. I'll sue you. Yeah. Janako scrambles to her feet and then hits me with an extremely fierce tackle.
ロックロックロック、超厳重な鍵をかけて僕のターンエンド。もう誰もジナコさんの姿は見えないっす。
Crap! And so my ultra-secure key and then my turn. Now remember to please Janako. Shit, she blindsided me. She went and locked the janitor's closet door. Budging. I feel like there's several layers of blocks on the inside.
つーか誰っすかあんた。新聞と課金とお説教はたくさんっす。永遠に訪れない一昨日に来てください。
Who the heck are you anyway? Let's fed up with newspapers, bills, and sermons. Come back tomorrow, by which I mean never. What a way to reject someone. Well, I feel awkward now that after all that, I still have no orders from Rio. I don't think she's an NPC, which means she's a master. She's not here with us, so I have to ask her to join the student council.
生徒会？ここから出る？ここから出る。
Student council? Leave here? Yeah? Here?
結構っす。僕ここから出たくないし、勝手にやってろって感じ？
I'm good. I'm gonna leave. I feel like doing whatever I
だい
want.
たいレオってあの金髪お子様でしょ。あいつ苦手っす。リアル天才とかマジ目がつぶれる。
Besides, there's that blonde kid, right? He's trouble for me. Can't stand looking at real life
ネタの
prodigies.
そねみでつらつらとスレを回されたくなかったらジナコさんには関わるなと警告しておいてくれっす。
Wouldn't it unless he wants me to post long rant threads about him and then around the net out of jealousy. Don't bother Junako.
でもあんたは別っすよ。同じ凡人として癒されるっていうか。
But you're a different story. As a fellow average person, you kind of put me at
僕の
ease.
気のせいかもしれないけど、もしかして以前どこかで会ってないっすか？
This may just be me imagining things, but have we met somewhere before? I don't have any concrete proof, but I answer by saying we've met before. I don't know how many events in that other school building actually happened, but I recognize her face. If that actually did happen, then we should be acquainted.
やっぱりそうっすか。わかるとっすね。君に免じて完全無視はやめる方向で。
So I really did, huh? A very cultish. Out of respect for you, I'll equip with the cold shoulder.
生徒会には出ないけど、生徒会室はストリームで監視しとくっすよ。嵐コメントは任せろっす。
I won't go to student council, but I'll watch the room through stream. Leave the troll comments to
も
me.
ちろん見てるだけっすから、ジナコさんに意見とか求めないように。基本僕はウォッチャーっすからね。
Of course, I'll only be watching.
Don't ask Janako for opinion and stuff. I'm gonna watch it, Heartsy.
I gotcha. She won't leave the room, but she'll monitor what happens in the student council room? I guess that's what she means. I don't know how I feel about being watched, but being able to share information's a plus. Saves us the trouble of explaining everything. Yes. I feel that leaving her all alone in this unfamiliar school building is dangerous. Oh, hey.
人間が生きやすい世界もここまで極まったか。
So, society's reached the point where life is this easy for humans.
誰にも見取られず誰にも誇れず誰にも憎まれぬまま消えるさながら生きている亡霊よな
She disappeared without anyone tending to her, anyone praising her, anyone loathing her. Just like a living
よもや
ghost.
このような無様を見せるために俺に霊樹を捧げたのか
Hishinami, surely you haven't offered me your command seal so that you could present such vileness to
で
me?
あるならこの場で中の亡霊ごと切って捨てる誰彼構わず救おうとする気質は改めろよ
So, I shall slay and kill away every ghost in this place. Change that savior mentality of yours.
Gilgamesh is right. I'll quit trying to convince her. Just go search for other masters then. Not saying lost cause, but dangerous to continue cause, let's say. What's over here? Storage room. Is that useful? Is there an outside we can go to? Okay. Oh, wow. She makes the situation awkward. I'm gonna look around a little bit harder first. Oh! Oh. Oh, hey, you made it.
お前よかったようやく話がわかるやつが出てきたよ
Hey, Yuki Shinami? Oh, thank gods. Finally, someone who gets what I'm talking about. Please me, Shinji's face starts to glow. He's barely said anything yet, but just from his gestures I could tell that he's the same Shinji Mato I saw in the previous school building. Even if the previous school building was a dream I had, the actors in the dream were projections of those that I had met in the real preliminaries. It's safe to say that the Shinji has the same personality as I remember.
で君もあれかい気がついたらこの校舎にいた口だろなあ出口らしきものを見なかったか
So it's the same for you? When you came to, you found yourself in the school building? Or have you seen any sort of exit? I answered Shinji's question with a shake of my head. I explained that I just woke up in this old school building like 5 minutes ago and I'd just yet to see any exit.
眠っていたどこでは保健室だってへえそんなところあったんだ
Sleeping? Where? What? The infirmary? One of those here?
まこっちに来た途端寝込むとかボンクラなお前らしいけど期待を外さない三流ぶりだね
Didn't let itself real jump in bed as soon as you got here. Never failed to be third rate. Never hold talk, buddy. I've recently come into some very powerful friends. Shinji talks the same way he usually does. I know he's saying rude things, but I don't feel any animosity towards him. Looks like I've gotten too used to his elitism and self-consciousness for my dream. Also, Shinji really is brilliant despite how he looks. Just like Leo asked for me. Let's try scouting him for the student council.
はあ生徒会ここから脱出するために協力してチームを組む
Student council? Team up and work together so we can escape from here?
お断りだね生徒会なんてくだらないよみんな仲良くで脱出するなら勝手にやってれば
Right. The student council isn't worth a damn. If everyone wants to get out chummy and escape, then we'll run on
僕
ahead.
は天才だからね凡人たちとは組まないのさ誰の手も借りないよ
I'm a genius, you know. I don't work with colonies. Ask for anyone's help either.
大体レオがいたってのも初耳だ。僕あいつ嫌いなんだよね。余裕しゃくしゃくで偉そうだし。
More importantly, this is the first I've heard of Leo being here. Why is that guy? So smug. Oh, calm.
レオがいなくなって僕が会長だって言うなら考えてやるよ。それまで近寄らないでくれる？
Leo got the vote and Leo agreed to make me president. I'd consider it. Until then, don't come to me for anything, okay? He ended up rejecting me. But just what did Shinji think he's gonna do all on his own? I know he's not great at making friends, but I don't think he's smart enough to act tough in a situation like this.
ご心配どうも。いらないお世話だよ。いつだって僕は一人だしね。ゲームはソロプレイが一番さ。
Thanks for the concern. Don't need. I always go it alone. Games are best played solo.
それよりさ、聖杯戦争のことを覚えているのかい？
Let's put that aside, Kishinami. Remember the Holy Grail War? Answer by saying that I can't really recall anything. I feel like I made it through several rounds with my servant, but so long as I don't know who or how I fought, I really don't have anything to tell Shinji.
サーバント？お前、サーバント連れているのか？
Servant? You have a servant with you? Yeah, sort of. I answered with a little confidence. I feel like the golden servant isn't really a traditional servant, but we pretty much made a contract. Shinji's astonishment was closer to fear than confusion. I asked Shinji about his servant and...
いないよ。どうも。ここに来るときにはぐれたみたいだ。ま、聖杯戦争に戻ればすぐ帰ってくるさ。
Apparently, we got separated on the way here. Once I return back to the Holy Grail War, she'll come crawling back to me.
そうだ。早くここから抜け出して聖杯戦争に戻らないと。マスターがいないんだ。バカなりにあの女も心細いだろうし。
That's right. I need to hurry up and get back to the Holy Grail War. Your master's not there. That woman must be lonely in some
それに聖杯戦争は続行中だろうしね。7日以内に決戦場に行かないと不戦敗で負けになっちゃうの知ってるだろ？
Besides, I'm sure the Holy Grail War's still on. If you're not there in the final battlefield in the 7 days, you'll lose by default, right? 7-day period. Final battlefield. Lost by absence? But I heard that at Fairly too. The Holy Grail War is a tournament with 7 rounds. First, an opponent is decided for you. After 7 days of preparation, you go into the final battlefield to fight the enemy master. Those were the rules. Eventually, losing this fight means elimination. Not reaching the final battlefield also is defeat. And the loser gets...
負けたら死ぬっていうやつだろ？
When you lose, you die,
バカ
right?
だし。いざとなったらログアウトすればいいだけの話さ。古臭い脅し文句だよ。
He was pulled like right away. Like Leo had some time on him, like he said as much. But like Shinji like pulled right away. Z is the first to go. Ridiculous. Worst comes to worst, all you have to do is log out. It's an old scare tactic. Sure. Could be how the final selection of the Holy Grail War is. Worst comes to worst, you can just drop your connection and return to your body on Earth. However, they say that not a single wizard who went up to the moon has ever returned from that cyberspace. And the real problem is that we're in the school building, unable to get out.
何暗い顔してんだよ。この校舎だけ地上と回線が繋がっていないだけだろ。
What's that gloomy look on your face? There's probably just no connection between here and the
この
surface.
ストラクチャから別の領域に出ればすぐに回線も戻る。そうに決まってる。
If we get the structure and go to some other area, we'll reconnect in a flash. Definitely.
何？ムーンセルは神の頭脳なんだろ？ならすぐに助けをよこすさ。
What? The moon says a brain of God, right? Oh, soon enough.
なぜって？ ここに最大の優勝候補である僕がいるんだからね。運営側がスターを放っておくはずがないだろ。
After all, the biggest contender. That's you. Men wouldn't abandon the star now, would they? You have to laugh.
Alright, well that didn't work. Please let me find somebody else before I...
So in the third years? Oh, they said this is the far side of the moon. What dribble? There's no way the moon saw what the last at waste. I don't know how the Konomi is doing. It's not about that he and those tormenting humans. Like you all, when we woke up, we found ourselves here. I wonder how much of the moon cell is aware of. You're a master, right? So it really wasn't just his management NPCs that got dragged into this. I was like a master here would have beat the Grail War. I asked that you act calmly.
Hey, first dates pretty much always have to be on the movies, right? This is the far side of the moon? We're trapped here? What the hell? That's so ridiculous. So basically you're saying we're special. Alright, I'm suddenly feeling motivated. I'm gonna be the dating king. Sure, man.
I figured you should decide to plan for our first date but a movie. It's like, what do I do if it's boring?
Hey, guy I never fought, like literally ever, and know very little about.
どいつもこいつもふぬけた NPC のような面をしよってまともなマスターはどこに消えた
Everyone that here has that cowardly NPC look on their face. Where have all the self-respecting masters gone?
小生のようなマスラオはこの世界に嫌われたと見えるおおまさに大根絶
I see this world has come to loathe heroic men such as my humble self. Ooh, surely this is a mass extinction.
LMS 我は求め訴えたり神仏よ我に観難真空を与えたまえ
Elohim Esaim, Elohim Esaim, I implore you, O gods and Buddha, please bestow me with trials and
具体
tribulations.
的に言うと地に飢えた修羅をあるいはより地に飢えた修羅をダメならもっと地に飢えた修羅を
That seems weird. Specifically, bestow a bloodthirsty Shura, or a very bloodthirsty Shura, if not then an extremely bloodthirsty
とに
Shura.
かく殴りがいのある好敵将このままでは文字癒されすぎて骨抜きになってしまいます
At least one good foe worthy of fighting. At this rate, you will be so soothed that my backbone will fall out. I desperately try to remember. The person making a rank form is clearly a master. If this guy were an NPC, I would be complaining to his maker. But I just can't remember his name. Though I've seen him before, I may have never actually talked to or fought him. Do we really want this guy on student council?
貴様マスターだなそのサーバントの気配間違いない
Oh, you're a master. There's undoubtedly the presence of a servant. And now he's seen me. Keep ignoring him, it seems like he'll just follow me around, so let's just answer honestly.
やはりそうか見たところなかなかの面構えまさに地獄にキューピッドであるな
Just as I thought. When I saw you, I noticed the ferociousness in your eyes. Truly a cupid in hell, indeed.
小生の名はガトー・モンジあらゆる神学を走破しあらゆる真理に至ったスーパー愚道僧である
My name is Monji Gato. I've navigated many flavors of theology, attained many truths, and super truth-seeking like I
と
am.
は言ってもここではお主と同じ共に戦い共に競い合う一介のマスターよまあサーバントはもういないのだが
So I say, but in here I'm the same as you, not master. Together in the fight, and strife. I have no servant though. Yeah, if I remember right, you had a berserker, and it would be kind of weird just to have, yeah. No servants? Is that even possible in the Holy Grail War? No servant means you were defeated. After being defeated means...
いやそれがな我 正直ないわと信託を残して立ち去られたのだ。
If I remember right, he thought his servant was a god or something. I don't know. Well, about that, my god left me a revelation. I am not actually a god, and then departed.
原始黄金の女神は立ち姿すらワイルデンであった。ちなみにワイルドとゴールデンをつなげてみた。
Even the posture of this primordial golden goddess was rounded. So you know I combined wild and golden there.
気がつけばこの桃色校舎にポツンと一人退屈と破壊衝動を持て余しておったのだ。
After I came to, I found myself all alone in this pink school. Since then, I've been too bored and destructive for my own good. Yeah, I got that on syllables too. He's pretty much in the same boat as Leo and I. So, still feeling a pain in the ass, but right now, we need all the help we can get. I'm trying to invite him to join the student council.
ほう、マスターたちによる脱出計画とな。お主ら、ここから出る気だったのか。
Masters are making an escape plan, you say? You all feel like getting out of here?
Of course, our immediate reply. We're trapped here. Obviously, we're going to think about getting out of here as soon as possible.
小生は脱出する気はなかったぞ。小僧、そもさん。
I haven't thought about escaping.
Lad, Somo-san!
Almost-on.
切羽と答え。そもさんは質問するぞという意味だ。切羽はかかってこいという意志だ。
Answer with Sep. Somo-san means I'm ready to go to ask you a question. That means that you're ready.
それはそれとしてだ。小僧、お主はここがどう見える？
Well, leave that aside for right now. What do you think of this place? I think it's an antiquated school building dyed on an evening glow in a complete contrast to the original school building.
それだけであろう。小生は以前の校舎よりこちらの方が好きだぞ。
That's probably what it was to say. Into the school building more than the other one.
Yeah, me too.
日は沈みかけ、空には桜が舞い、屋上でも桜が舞い、校庭では桜が舞う。桜しか舞っていないな。
The sun sets. Cherry blossoms flutter in the sky, on the roof, in the schoolyard. Yes, lots of cherry blossoms, but not
し
much
かし
else.
危険な場所は一つもない。外は人外魔境のようだが、この校舎は良き思いで満ちている。
Yet there isn't a single dangerous area here. Outside seems uninhabited. The school building is filled with
しかも時
books.
間の概念すらない。何時間過ごそうと日にちが経たないのなら、ここは桃源教会竜宮城であろうよ。
There's no concept of time. If you could spend hours without any days passing, then this place is a Shangri-La or a Dragon King Palace. I'm surprised. That's one way to look at it. I got to assault. This school building is safe for the time being. Even if this is the far side of the moon, detached from the normal world, there may be no danger in staying here.
小生は修行の場を選ばん。むしろ新天地は心を躍る。ここで修練を積むのもまたよしだ。
I shall not choose a place of asceticism. In the world, where there sends my heart a throb. This is an agreeable place to trade. I see. So I guess that's why he's been spewing nothing but nonsense so far. That doesn't seem like he wants to escape. I expect him to join the student council then. I'll go look for someone else who's capable.
いや、参加するぞ、生徒会。これは聖杯戦争ではないのだろう。では、助けを請われて断るは部門の恥。
I'll join the student council. This isn't the Holy Grail War, so it would be shameful for a warrior to refuse to help and ask. Hey, didn't he say before that he was a monk?
来航のようなツッコミ、グラッチェ。急すれば通ず、まさにプロビデンス。
They're like lightning flashing. Yeah, this. Where there's a will, there's a way. Only this is Providence.
照れるな、照れるな。荷物をまとめ次第、そちらに合流するゆえ。では、小生の活躍にこうご期待。
Don't be shy, don't be shy. Once I gather up my belongings, I'll meet with you. Now then,
Look forward to my great efforts.
Okay.
Who the fuck did I just talk to? And he's gone.
Right now I got one person to cooperate.
Alright. We'll talk to her and that'll be the end of that.
Nope, all the way. Over here.
Hey you. Not Taiga.
またお会いできましたね。
Oh my. Once again, walking now.
Pretty sure this woman is, yeah.
Jimmer?
This was the previous school building's new teacher. Since she was a teacher, I figured she was part of management. An NPC, paired with the moon cell. But she may have been a master too.
藤村大河ですか？おかしいですね。私、そんな怪しい名前を語った記憶はないのですが。
Taiga Fujimura, you say? How peculiar. I don't remember ever calling myself by such a charming name.
The nun cast her eyes down, looking troubled. As I thought, Taiga Fujimura doesn't seem to be her name, so her real name is...
世松院キアラと申します。予選では教師の役割をこなしていました。その時、あなたとも知り合いましたね。
My name is Kiara Sesioi. I had the role of a teacher in the preliminaries. That's when I met you, Hakuna, right?
This lady, Kiara, smiles gracefully. Her gaze is warm, as if she's grateful from the bottom of her heart to meet me again. Despite the entire situation we're in, her gaze makes me unconsciously blush.
でも本当によかった。あの黒いノイズに襲われた時は覚悟を決めましたが、あなたは無事だったのですね。
You seem to have a pretty good grasp on the situation.
I'm truly glad, however. I had made my peace when I was attacked by the black noise, but you made it out safely.
Hold on a second. Now, did she say attacked by the black noise?
ええ、予選で校舎ごと飲み込まれました。ですが、幸いこの通り大事なく、足もあれば手もありましょう。
Yes, consumed along with the school in the preliminaries. Luckily, I'm fine as you can see. I'm still in one piece.
夢かうつつかとお迷いでしたら、その手で直に触ってみるのはいかがでしょう。さあ、どうか遠慮なさらずに。
You really doubt whether this is a dream or reality? Or would you like to touch me and find out? Go on. There's no need to hesitate.
I don't think this is... Kiara's chaste clothes rustles as she holds out a hand. She may not be aware of it, but her gestures are excessively soft and feminine. Men are a given, but even women would be captivated by her. No, I need to calm down. This isn't the time for this. What's important is that we both went through the same ordeal. Kiara was also at the school building that was swallowed by the black noise.
はい、私、このような服装ですから、走ったものの転んでしまって、あえなく黒い泥に飲み込まれてしまいました。
Yes, all because of this attire. I fell over while running and sadly sank into the black
1
mud.
階の廊下から階段に向かうあなたに声をかけたのですが、そちらは覚えておいでですか？
On the first floor hall, I called out to you as you went towards the stairs. Do you remember that?
I shook my head no. I don't remember that. See, in that moment, Kiara was also asking for help. The reality is that she was left in that building and ultimately no one came to rescue her. Assailed with guilt, I unconsciously lower my eyes in shame.
いいのです。ご自分をあまり責めないでください。あの時はああすることが最善でした。
No, it's alright. Please don't blame yourself too harshly. What was your best option at the time?
それに、今の後悔だけで私は報われました。
Besides,
You regret more than makes up for
た
you.
った一度話しただけの私の命を悔やんでくれるほどあなたは私を思ってくれたのです。
You cared enough to feel regret over my loss. Someone you only spoke to once before.
With a thank you, Kiara Sesioin expresses heartfelt appreciation towards Hakunoki Shinami, who had abandoned her. A warmth rises in my chest. Even if her words were just concern over my sense of guilt, her wholehearted gratitude was genuine. She gently smiles as if embracing the behavior and personality of another person. Kiara's modest conduct is seldom seen in everyday life. Someone like her would definitely join the student council. Believing that, I should explain about Leo and the student council.
生徒会ですか。確かにここから外を目指すのなら皆さんで手を取り合うのが上策でしょう。
Student council, you say? Certainly, if leaving is the goal. The best thing would be for everyone to work
です
together.
がごめんなさい。私は生徒会に参加はできないのです。
However, I apologize. I cannot join the student council.
No way! The other masters are one thing, but for her to refuse joining us is... There's no way I can accept this without an explanation.
理由は明白です。レオさんやあなたは真剣に全身全霊をかけて脱出を目指しています。
The reason is plain to see. Leo, you and the others are earnestly and entirely devoted to
そん
escaping.
な中にここから出る気がないものが混ざっていては式に関わりましょう。
Mixing in someone who has no desire to leave would impact your morale.
私はそのようなさまつごとで決意を怪我したくないのです。申し訳ありませんがお引き取りを。
I don't want to soil your determination with such a trivial thing, Hakuna. I'm very sorry, but please leave me be.
Kiara lowers her eyes sorrowfully. I understand how much she's concerned for me, so much that it hurts. But she doesn't want to leave? What's up with that?
私には不可能と認め心が折れたと申しましょうか。
Perhaps I could say that in accepting what is impossible, my heart has been
それ
broken.
でも自分なりに脱出を試みました。しかし私の力ではできて外へ穴を開ける程度。
Though I say that, I have tried escaping, in my own way. However, with my power, all I can do is open a rift to the
外
outside.
に出た瞬間私の力では形を保てず消滅するでしょう。私のサーバントも同様です。
The moment I step outside, my power will not preserve my form, and I will likely be deleted. The same for my servant.
私では力不足なのです。ですがレオさんやあなたのサーバントならあるいは
I'm not strong enough. However, maybe if Leo's or your servant tries, perhaps you
そ
can.
の時もしあなたが脱出する時何の苦しみもなく私を置き去りにしていけますか。
When that happens, when you escape Volcano, will you abandon me here without a second thought?
きっとあなたは迷ってしまうでしょう。力なき者を見捨てるご自分の弱さにそれは二重に残酷なこと。
I'm sure you'll hesitate due to being unable to abandon those who are powerless. That will be a twofold tragedy.
私は足手まといにはなりたくはないのです。
I don't want to become a burden on you, Hakano.
そう悲しそうな顔はしないで。ご安心を。この校舎だってそう悪いものではありませんから。
Oh, don't look so sad. There's no need to worry. After all, this group of things in such a bad place.
私たちを閉じ込めたものが何かは存じません。ですがこれほどのリソースを持っているにもかかわらず私たちを放任している。
I don't know who trapped us here. Yet despite having this many resources at their disposal, they're leaving us
そ
alone.
れは寛大な心がある ということではないでしょうか。あの校舎での一件も同じです。
It means I have a generous heart, does it not? The same happened in the other school building.
私は九死に一生を得ました。ここにいる者たちはその何者かの情けで見逃されているのです。
Well, I narrowly escaped death. Those here now were let go out of that someone's pity.
Kiara makes a fair point. However, no one can say for sure how long that someone's generous heart will last. And anyway, isn't it a stretch to say that they let us go when they trapped us here?
それはごもっともですので、私は生徒会の皆さんを否定はしませんし、応援したく思います。
It is quite so. Thus, I won't reject anyone in the student council. I think I will support you.
私の力が足りないだけなのです。きっと最後の最後で私は皆様の足かせになってしまうでしょう。
So, like power, I'm sure that in the very end, it will end up hindering everyone.
そうならないよう距離を取っておきたいのです。先ほど私を助けられなかっただけで心を痛めたあなたのような人とは。
To avoid that, I'll keep my distance. Just like now, avoiding people like you, I believe simply for not rescuing me.
I have no choice but to back off if she says that. No one understands a master and servant's ability better than the master themselves. It would be irresponsible for me, a stranger, to interject if Kiara herself says she's not strong enough.
本当に困った人ですね。そんな顔をなさらないで。
You really are a troublesome one. Please don't make that
あなたは
face.
私のような女とは違うようです。言わずとも感じております。あなたには清廉な意志がある。
You are not like me, it seems. I don't need to be told so to see that. Your intentions are
プ
pure.
ロセッションキアラ、未だ自分の命のみを優先する不徳の身ですが、陰ながら応援させていただきますね。
I, Kiara Sessioin, am still so depraved that I prioritize only my own life. But I shall support you covertly.
聞いていましたか、アンデルセン。
Did you hear that,
三
Anderson?
問以下の言葉ですが、あなたの批評も何かの役には立ちましょう。この方たちに助言をして差し上げなさい。
Your criticism may prove useful, paltry as it is. Won't you give these individuals some advice?
Kiara called her servant not by class, but by their hidden true name. It's the one thing which must be concealed throughout the Holy Grail War above all else, servant's true name. And she spoke it with no issue. Ah, makes sense. I've truly given up on going back alive. She's showing her hand to me, someone who would have eventually become her enemy, because she doesn't want to return to the Holy Grail War. A young boy appears. One could say he looks handsome, yet his eyes are the shadows of bitter despair. Hans Christian Andersen, famous for The Little Mermaid and The Little Match Girl, one of the world's 3 greatest fairy tale writers. Were the fairy tales I heard at the bedtime so many times really written by this young boy?
ただいま紹介に預かった三流のサーバントアンデルセンだ。
As introduced, I'm the third-rate servant, Anderson.
何のクラスかは語るまでもない。最低なマスターにふさわしい低俗な英霊だからな。
No need to bother mentioning my class, since by fighting this awful master, I'm a vulgar heroic
しか
spirit.
し、呆れるほど凡夫の顔だな。苦悩もなく、悲哀もなく。ただこの世界に投げ出された被害者面。
This is Dio's voice actor, by the way, if you didn't know. From, I almost said Fairy Tale. From JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the same guy. But what a shockingly ordinary face you have. No anguish, no sorrow. Someone cast out of this world, playing the victim.
いいぞ、悪くない。道家とはそうでなくてはならん。
Very nice. Not bad at all. Exactly how I should.
愚昧さは罪というが、凡俗として世に投げ出されたことは行幸だ。何しろ善も悪も楽しめる。
We'll say idiocy is a sin, but a just little society is fortuitous for the mediocre. Now you can enjoy good and
それが
evil.
真っ当な人生というやつだ。我々は皆母体から生み出され、世界の醜さに笑うのみなのだからな。
No, that's a decent life. We're all part of anyone that can only laugh at this world's ugliness, see?
なんだその顔は。何？批評は求めていない？助言が欲しい。バカ者！それならそうと初めから言え。
What? What's I look for? Something for criticism? For one advice? Laura, say so from the
他
start.
人を信じるな。女を信じるな。特にこの女だけは避けて通れ。
Don't trust others. Don't trust women. Of this woman, especially at
肉
least.
体、言葉、思想、結末、その全てが常人には毒になる。強すぎる光は目を潰すというだろう。
Flesh, words, thoughts, outcomes. These are all poison for the ordinary person. Curiosity killed the cat, as I
成
said.
人の説法というやつは凡俗には耐えられぬものだ。この女の場合はさらに始末が悪い。
The sins of the holy are unbearable to the masses. If they committed this woman, they're even harder to bear.
もう口を開ければひどいことばかり。私はただこの事態を解決する意志も能力もないのですと告白しただけなのに。
Enough. Once your mouth opens, it's all horrible things. All I did was confess to my lack of will and ability to resolve all
アンデル
this.
セン、やはりあなたは外に出すより箱の中の方がお似合いなのかしら。
Anderson, perhaps the inside of a box does suit you better than being outside.
語れと言われたから語ったまで。そして走り出したが最後、この俺の悪質は止まらんぞキアラ。
I only want to speak when you told me to speak. And once I take off, my scribble scrabbles don't stop,
こ
Kiara.
のボンプどもを導けと命じたのは貴様だ。俺は辛辣に真実を語る。歯に絹つけた言い回しでは薬にもならん。
You're the one who ordered me to guide these commoners. I don't mince words. They're not pushed as though
そ
anyone.
の人間の価値、ひたすらにこき下ろしてやろう。
Only disparage that person's worth as best I can.
またその言葉ですか。あなたとはそれなりに長いですが、人間に値をつけるのはいけないと言っているでしょう。
Yeah, that's hot. We've been together for a while now. Let's come to learn to attribute worth to people.
事実を口にするのが俺の仕事だ。いいか、人間の命には価値がある。お前はその価値を浪費している。毒不明。
Taking the truth is my job. Listen, a person's life has value. You squander that value, G-Devil.
お前もだ、若きマスターよ。
The same applies to you, evil master. He looks at me with a discerning gaze, as if appraising me. He doesn't look like a young boy. He has a mature presence.
お前はお前の物語の主役のつもりだろう。ああ、それは真実だ。
You intend on being the lead in your own story, right? So that's the truth.
だがその舞台はいつあろう目も当てられない打作で終わる。
Well, that stage will one day appear, and your story will end as unbearable
人は
trash.
誰しもが主役だが、名演をこなし名作として幕を下ろせるのは一握りの勝者だけだ。
Everyone's a lead actor, but only a few winners can pull off a good performance and bring the curtain down on a
ゆえに
masterpiece.
止まるな、浪費するな、空費するな。
Therefore, do not squander the
望
worst.
みを果たしたいなら、こんなところで批評家の声など聞くなということだ。さっさと馬車馬のように働け、三流ども。
I want to realize your dreams. Don't sit there listening to a kid's voice. Get out there and work like a man. You third rate.
こういうサーバントですけど、 仲良くしてあげてくださいね。根は素直ないい人なんですよ。
You see what kind of person he is, a servant he is. But please be nice to him. Deep down, he's an honest and good person.
It's not even that deep down. That's Kiara didn't smooth things out right now. Gilgamesh would have probably jumped out and started hurling insults. Anyway, Kiara turned down joining the student council. We'll cooperate as much as possible. She might change her mind with time. For now, I'll settle for this. And with that, I'm sure I've been all around the school building. Except by the student council room and report to Leo. Or so we say. It's been late. And it's about that time. So, we make a little savey. And I will catch you guys later. For those who didn't see and are somehow saying this just now, let's ignore this. But obviously I'm doing some later streams because of time stuff. I would like to have continued doing my normal in the noon streams, but unfortunately it didn't really shake out that way. Friday it will though. So it's Wednesday. It's gonna be another late stream for 10. But on Friday, when we do our last maybe session of Katawa Shoujo, that'll be on a normal 12 time. A manageable one. It's nice. But so look forward to that. But in the meantime, you guys have a lovely rest of your day. Hope you guys remember to take care of yourselves and don't be afraid to accept criticism. Later. Yeah, bye.